Welcome, everybody, to the On the Block podcast with yours truly, Andrew Yalo. I'm here with Aiden, Ivy, Jake, and Madison, the final four of Big Brother Minecraft. Everybody, say what's up.
What's up, fam?
It's the mystery Inc.
Hey, y'all.
It's the mystery
But
Inc.
like, get rid of Madison.
And not Brian.
All right, everybody.
Fuck that.
So if you're joining this podcast, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the final four episode of Big Brother Minecraft Season 8, go watch that now. All five of us just finished watching it. And we're here to kind of talk about what just happened here. We're going to review everything that happened. So we're at the final four. Let's see. So what happened last episode? Maxim and Brian were just evicted. It was a double eviction episode. And here we are at the final four. We have 3 Mystery Inc. members versus 1 Madison. And it's a crazy week. So Ivy's coming off of a head of... Aiden's coming off of a head of household reign. And Madison voted to evict Brian. Ivy voted to evict Jake, the last eviction. Aiden cast a
Well, she
vote.
voted to evict Jack. I just like the
Jack, yeah, she did vote to evict Jack.
Yeah.
And then Aiden cast a soul vote
Remember
for
either.
Brian. And Ivy, you took that pretty hard. When we come right into this episode, and you're screaming in the diary room. You're calling Madison all these names. Care to elaborate on why you were so upset?
I don't remember saying those things. They were not meant to be that, and they were.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I said that.
Sorry, you like froze for like half a second.
It was
Convenient timing.
God's interference.
I know, literally convenient timing.
They're lying.
Hello?
Right? Yeah, we can hear you.
I
now.
found
Oh my God,
Scooby. I found
congratulations.
Scooby.
What's up,
Is
Ivy?
it working?
Yeah, it's working out. What did you say?
Okay, well, I'm making a joke. I said I don't remember saying those things, but I don't know why. Madison was just like I love her now, but I think at the time, she was pissing me off. I don't know what she was doing. She did nothing, and she pissed me off. That was it. I don't know why. She'd breathe, and I go, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, so
Every single time.
So Ivy, oh, sorry, Madison, you go.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say I think a part of it was like I remember I said that there was people when Aiden went to put me on the block, and I was like, oh, there was people that haven't been on the block yet. And
yeah.
like, that I know that pissed you off, but I remember in the moment I knew it was like you, but I thought it was like you and like 2 other people. So like I didn't like even mean to like purposely call her out, but in a way it did.
That started the momentum.
Mhm.
I guess you could say. Started the hate towards Madison.
Right. So Ivy, let's pull up the receipts here. So you called Madison a stupid, ugly man.
Sorry.
What did you mean by calling Madison a stupid, ugly man?
I don't think I said that.
Oh, you
Roll
didn't
the
say that?
clip.
Oh, let's roll a clip. Actually, no, I can't roll a clip, but you guys can see it in the episode. It's like right when the episode starts.
I was just really mad.
Yeah, you
know, and I was past my breaking point. I was like past it.
Yeah.
I was tired and I hated everyone. But I don't know. I just didn't see the benefit of Madison evicting Brian. So then I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Is she a stupid, ugly man?
Right.
So she's not a stupid, ugly man. Quite beautiful, actually.
Oh, you're quite beautiful too, baby.
All right, so but let me kind of like address something that like I guess a lot of the viewers may not understand, but at this point in the game, we're at the final four, and this is probably reaching the 15 and a half hour mark in the game. So Ivy's delusional, Aiden's delusional, Jake and Madison are delusional. Like we're all delusional. Production is delusional. Like this is the point of the night where we start making fun of Robster mid competitions.
Oh, my baby.
Yeah, but so it's also funny here because Aiden in a diary room, you're kind of like, yes, like it all worked out, like we got Brian out, and you revealed to the audience that you were in fact a backup. You were an alternate on this cast. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness.
What was that?
I can't believe that.
What was that process like, Aiden? So obviously, like you weren't on the initial cast of season 8.
Bullshit.
So how did that like? You can kind of bring us behind the scenes if you remember. Like, what was that process like being an alternate?
When you messaged me that I was an alternate, I was like, okay. I was like, if I didn't get in, I didn't get in, then I guess I wasn't good enough. That's fine. So I moved on with my life, and then you messaged me saying that there was an opening because someone had dropped out, and I was like, he messaged me. And as a fan of the show, because I discovered the show when the first season was being released, it was kind of like, oh, this is cool. I've known Andrew for a minute now, so this is fun. I get to play one of his big brothers. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, when I got the message, it was very exciting. I was sad, but I wasn't gonna let it affect me. I wasn't gonna cry about it. But hey, I got on, and I very much appreciate you putting me on, because I got to do some pretty funny things.
Yeah,
isn't that right, Jake?
Yeah,
You got to be really silly. If Andrew messaged me as an alternate, I did wonder if he told people they were alternate or not. I would have cried. I would have been like, I'm gonna whoop Andrew's ass, and then I would have cried, and I never cried, but I would be so upset about that.
Yeah. Speaking of casting, we are actively casting for Big Brother's Minecraft Season 9. So if you haven't submitted an application yet, go submit now. Applications are closing in like a week and a half. So please submit your applications. If you're a female gamer, especially, please apply, because we're really lacking. So please.
We need women.
Andrew verbally abuses his cast members. Don't do it.
No, that's so not true. I give away money.
You can
what
only
are you talking
reuse
about?
Ivy so many times, guys. Come on.
Yeah, guys.
We
So
need some
true.
more.
Exactly.
We need some more.
Yeah.
For you? Hello?
Well, like Big Brother
Oh,
and
Survivor. Probably Amazing Race.
It's clicking.
We're done
clicking.
recycling the trash.
Yeah.
We need new.
Yeah, I'm getting bored with
I thought
Ivy,
Cass was
honestly.
not talking.
Speaking of
It is talking.
speaking of recycling trash, Ivy wins head of household. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yo. Yes, but once again, yeah. Oh, Ivy wins head of household. Ivy and Aiden now have won every single competition since 2 weeks ago in the game or something like that.
We're beasts.
So y'all are just sweeping these competitions. You're going back and forth winning stuff. So, but that competition wasn't so easy. Jake and Madison, what was going on with that flow puzzle?
Oh my, don't even get me started. I think that is a great example of what you were saying earlier of when we are delirious, because we're 16 hours in at this point. I'm is sig a word? This is a word. This is a word, right? And then we just cannot get through this challenge. I think it's a great showing of where we're at mentally.
Right.
With the floor puzzle, if you would have said oh, it's Flow, that app, I'd be oh, okay. But then hearing floor puzzle, I was what are you talking about?
Right. I was very confused.
I do got to give Maddie some credit though. For the first time playing Minecraft, to get over that first shulker wall, pretty impressive. Thank stuff.
You.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
not impressed.
Those puzzles. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but a lot of the competitions towards the end of the game, they do progressively get harder. So we added in shulker walls, Sudoku, 3x3 word puzzles, flow puzzles. But yeah, and ultimately Ivy did win. It was a really tough competition. It was I think it was an 18-20 minute competition in total. Cut it down for the episode, obviously. But yeah, y'all were taking your sweet ass time. It was crazy.
Okay. This is how he treats his cast members, guys. Just
don't
Told ya. He
not
verbally
worth
abuses people.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's all good. So yeah, Ivy wins head of household, makes it to the final 3. And throughout this, Ivy's kind of in a sense, hear me out, bipolar a little bit. Because Ivy, no, hear me out. Because Ivy is flip-flopping, is talking shit about Madison 1 minute in the DR, and then the next minute is I want a girl winner. I want to take Madison to the final 2 with me. So Ivy, please elaborate. What was going on?
I don't remember.
I just don't remember. That's totally fine.
But okay, I don't really remember my what I was feeling overall, or just all of that.
Yeah. So I guess I can ask you here. So you win this head of household competition.
Yeah.
Obviously, nominations don't necessarily matter, but you now know you're going to be in that final 3. Who did you ideally want to sit next to in the end?
Madison.
Right.
With ease, because she is a woman, but also at the same exact time, I did have that final 2 with Aiden. So I was thinking about it, but it was not as even though I had all this shit going on with Madison, I wanted to bring her to the end way more than Aiden. So
right,
that's my
Jake wasn't an option. So
Damn, so neither of you would have brought me to the end. I thought I was sitting pretty. We'll get to that, but
Yeah.
okay, noted.
So I want to turn to Aiden because Aiden, you're in the hot seat now. So like you now, from your understanding, and I think like just from seeing in the episode, everybody wants you out of the game, and you should have known this in the game. Like you should have known you're public enemy number one. You have played one of the most outspoken games thus far. You just did Aiden's funeral, even though like probably wasn't like looked upon as a great move at that moment in the game until like afterwards. Like the viewers probably hyped that shit up a lot, but. I want to say, like, who did you ideally want? Like, what was your path to the end from this point on?
Fucking no, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I was kind of still hanging on the deal with the final two with Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of in the same sense that, I was still holding on the deal with the Ivy, and I was still thinking about it. And I was also, it was between Ivy and Madison. I hadn't made up my mind yet. I was evicting Jake. Jake was my target right at the beginning of the week. My mind was me, Ivy, Madison, final three, Jake right here.
Out.
So yeah, I don't like that guy.
I hate his ass.
Genuinely surprised by that too, because like in my head, like in the moment, like hearing this now is like so crazy to me, but like in my head in the moment, I'm like, as soon as Maxim was out, I was like, I'm goner. Like any second could be my last. So it's honestly genuinely surprising for me to hear that.
Right. And Madison, so I'll ask you the same question. Like, who did you ideally want to sit next to in the end?
Well, originally it was Maxim. It was Maxim from week 1.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the moment, I'm not too sure, like, in that moment, like, who I thought.
Yeah.
But I think even though I definitely did want Aiden out, I think it probably would have been in my best interest to sit next to Aiden because I do that.
Yeah.
You know.
And Jake, I'll ask you the same question. So obviously, Ivy's head of household. You're on the chopping block with Aiden, and also Madison is the only one not on the block. But who did you want to get to the end with and sit next to in final two?
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even start thinking about that question till the double elimination we had where Brian and Maxim got out. At that point, I was like, for two very different reasons, Madison and Aiden. Madison because just people winning comps, obviously they have influence over their game. They're like making nominations, sending people home. Madison had not won any competitions at that point, so I thought she'd be someone easy to beat. Love you, Madison. And then Aiden, on the other hand, I want to take because I knew he was a controversial figure. I heard people talking shit about Aiden, so I was like, okay, so there's something to work with there. And then also there was this huge, obviously prevalent thing throughout the season of the gender ratio. I feel like just from like that standpoint, it would be easier to talk my way into a win against a man over a woman.
Very fair point. Very fair
What
point.
about me? Didn't you want to take me to the end?
I
you
found
look
you
like a
annoying
man.
as hell, so I was trying to get you out as soon as possible. No, Ivy, you played like a very clearly impressive game, so obviously I was not going to take you to the end.
Obviously.
I think
Obviously.
going back on it now too, like thinking about it, I don't think I knew who I wanted to sit next to because I wasn't even thinking that I was gonna make it to the end. So I was just happy to get there.
Right.
You're just happy to be there.
Yeah, you were just focused on surviving another week at that point. Right.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about one of the most uncomfortable conversations that we ever really had to sit through watching the episode. This was it was like Aiden was having a conversation with Jake in the fire room. And Aiden was pitching his life to Jake because he had just learned that Jake wants to evict him if Aiden was on the block, and Jake was casting this whole vote to evict Aiden. And Aiden's making the pitch that Madison's this big threat. She can win. She's a good social player. Madison walks in mid-pitch, and Madison puts Aiden's ass on blast. Madison, were you at all worried at all, like when this happened? Were you all worried that there was a possibility that these two guys were going to link up and take you out?
Absolutely. Definitely. I was really absolutely worried about that because at that point I knew that one of those people was going to have to vote for me to either stay or go. And the person that I felt most comfortable with was the person who couldn't vote. So I was definitely worried, especially after hearing that, because I was like, okay, Ivy's HOH. So either Aiden's going to vote for me to stay or go, or Jake's going to vote for me to stay or go. And then hearing that in that moment too, I was like, especially like uncomfortable because I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so fucked now. Like they're both like conspiring against me.
Right.
I was a hostage. Well, I take that back. At that point, I was eating popcorn. I wanted drama in the season so much. I didn't want to be a part of it because I didn't want to get evicted. But I was like, yes, finally, I get to see it and happen in person. So I was enjoying it personally. I don't know about you two, but
I mean, wasn't necessarily enjoying it about me, but like, I get it. It's good TV.
It is good TV.
Jake, I want to throw a question to you because obviously, well, so first let me just recap what happens here. I will come back to you with a dying question that I've had ever since recording the season. So we'll get to that in a sec.
Interesting.
But yeah, so after that whole thing where Madison calls Aiden out mid pitch, Madison and Ivy then are in the HOH room, and Ivy calls Jake and Aiden ugly little men, right? And
I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, you definitely did.
I see the amnesia is kicking in early.
God's gonna interfere with her Wi-Fi.
I think your Wi-Fi's gonna go out very shortly.
No, I don't think I said that. I mean, honestly, I did say that, and I stand by it. I do remember saying that.
She stands by that one, but not about
I stand by that
face
one.
cam is crazy.
Yeah, ugly little men. Proving my point.
But anyway,
I actually am gagged. I have nothing to say about that.
Right, yeah, you just can't say that.
Right.
Yeah, so Ivy, you and Madison are pretty much open about wanting to take each other to the final two. Was there anything? Was this a very genuine conversation? Were you both like?
I think so.
Yeah,
It was pretty genuine. I think I was mostly genuine, but I was still pretty fake, considering how I was.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you. But yeah, it was pretty, like, I wanted to take her to the end, but like at the same time, I was just, she'd leave the room and I would go like, this stupid bitch. Like, I know I would. I did that to everybody from like the final 5 down, like when Brian was there. Anyone would leave the room and I'd be like, this dumb whore, get out of here. So it was genuine, but
right.
not
Mixed feelings.
genuine.
Right.
In an ideal situation for me, like I definitely would have like wanted to take you, but like if the opportunity arose where I felt it was better for me to go with someone else, I would have. But in an ideal situation, would have liked to take it.
Yeah, an ideal situation where you win a comp.
Oh
Yeah.
Real.
shit, bro.
Wait, Madison. I want to hear more. Why would you want to take Ivy? What's
Because
the logic
it was
behind
the
that?
girl thing.
Just girly.
That
So
was
no one was
predominantly
taking me.
it.
No one was taking me to the final
Well, like
two.
I said before, it was kind of like whatever happens, happens, because I was just fighting fucking tooth and nail to get to the end because I couldn't win a comp. So
Damn. So Jake, I'm hearing that you would have had to have fought your way to that
Yeah,
final.
I took the wrong strategy.
That's tough, man. That's really tough. But I want to hear. So, like, theoretically, this week could have went a whole lot differently if you had just not thrown that veto. And Jake, does this haunt you? Like,
Andrew
yeah.
Yalo. I think. So I just think about game shows all the time. So the fact that I was involved in one is just like hyper sensitive in my head. I think about like all these scenarios all the time. And what's the question? Like, do I regret it? Or?
Yeah, like in retrospect, like, do you feel that throwing that? Well, obviously, I don't think you can answer that was the best decision because you went home. But
because I went home, yeah. Obviously.
But like, do you think that? Like, do you regret making that decision? Because it was a ballsy move.
Obviously, I'd like to stay, but here's the thing. In my interview, I talked about playing aggressively. When I watch, I don't like the actual show of Big Brother because I think it's stagnant. I think people form alliances and they stick to it, and then you have to watch like weeks worth of content of that. And I wanted to change that. So if I actually got the opportunity to play Minecraft Big Brother, I was not going to play a safe game. So, I mean, logically, some moves I could have waited for. I could have taken out Liz maybe 1 or 2 rounds later to have like further protection. Obviously, I could have saved myself and done just like gotten the blood on my hands to take Madison out and then like preserve myself in the game. But do I think I regret it? No. I mean, that was the game I played. That's the game I signed up to play. I wanted to play something that I would be proud to look back upon. So I'm glad I did not play it safe. Obviously, I would have loved to stay, but.
Yeah. Velma lost her glasses.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you, Aiden.
Yeah, Ivy, we hear you. You're good. Yeah, Jake, that's interesting. I appreciate that, and I do remember you saying. I mean, like you said, you brought it up a ton of times in the season that you wanted to play like, you know, a cutthroat game. You were gonna play it safe. I remember, I distinctly remember this hosting that challenge. And I remember watching you, and I saw those DMs coming in because, like, I don't know if you guys know, but like, you guys don't see it as the audience, but like, when we're filming the challenges, we see every private message that's sent throughout the entire season on our screens, but we obviously don't show that in the episode unless it's like really important. So I see this DM come in from Jake, and I'm like, Jake, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And obviously, like, we can't say anything, but it's like, you know, I was low-key rooting for Jake. I wanted to see him, like, I didn't want to see him throw this challenge, and I didn't get the move. Like, I didn't understand it during the, like, you know, during the season. But then obviously,
season was actually,
yeah, when I edited the episode, I understood, like, okay, he didn't want to get the blood on his hands because, you know, like I get it. Like, I totally get it.
Trusted Aiden.
Yes.
Oops. I do want to clarify that,
like,
that was a mistake, but I do want to clarify. Just my intentions going forward were, okay, Madison's being taken out, but she's seen me as like her last ally in the game. Everyone else turned on her. I feel like that would be a type of person that Madison would vote for. And then from there, I was just placing my bets, props and stats that like Aiden would win out and would choose to take me. And then I would be able to like argue my case against him. Obviously that didn't happen, but like there was definitely like, I wasn't just delusional. That was my intention.
Yeah.
Sense.
Aiden, I have to ask you, right? So, because this, like, I mean, this move came to a surprise to me. I'm sure it came as a surprise to you that he actually threw the challenge to you. Was it hard for you to then evict Jake? Like, was that choice difficult, or was that just easy? Like, did you not give a shit about Jake?
That was easy.
Real? Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, straight up. I was like, oh, you threw that to me? All right. Thanks, man.
You're not gonna hurt me?
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I don't know. I'll just do that shit.
Oh, me and Jake. Wait, Jake, come on the side.
I think we're on different cameras.
Yeah.
They're different locations.
But I love Jake. I think Jake's a great person. I think he's a great guy. But I saw him as a jury threat. And I knew I was evicting him. As soon as he sent me, you can hear it in the episode, he sends me the first DM, and I say, yes. And then he sends me another one. I'm like, yes. Mm-hmm. And then he throws me, and I'm like, oh, you could have had this, buddy.
Oh my God, not the actual veto.
You could have had it.
Literally has the veto right now, guys.
Where did it go?
Oh, it literally has it. And it's on his body. Like,
it's
went right
on
here.
His body, like his actual body.
Aiden, can I borrow that? I need it for the final four real quick. Thank you.
No, because I vote to evict you, Jay.
Why does everyone have scissors? The fuck is going on?
Oh,
it's symbolism.
You don't get it.
Do it and understand.
Oh, no, okay. I get it.
Alphabet 2.
Yeah, you get it. Okay.
Yeah, so
Aiden, you did a good job though. Just to say really quickly, Aiden, like you convinced me. Like I thought Aiden I saw as like coach from Survivor. Like he just like stick to his word. He's like, Jake, you've been there for me since day one. I'm gonna have your back even though you just betrayed me. And like that was naive on my part, but like in the show, there's like no time to actually stop and think about it. So it's like, yeah, Aiden's my little puppy dog. He's gonna like, he'll take out Madison, he'll take me to the end, and then I'll drag his ass to the end, like I'll gag him. And I was like, okay, I got my money. So Aiden did a good job convincing me that he was still like with me, even though I literally just like deliberately like, you know, tried to blindside him several times.
The second I got to evict Jake, I was doing it. Like, you know,
wow.
Like there was no way he could convince me not to evict them.
Well, I know there was no way you were going to convince him against it, but did you feel bad? Like, did you have any sort of empathy towards him?
A little bit. It was
a little bit. You're not so cold.
Well, sitting here for 17 hours, I kind of lost all emotion.
Right.
I had nothing. So I was like, I'm not going to stay here for 17 hours just to get fourth. So
Aiden, you brought my empathy back, though. I will say, I wasn't here for the last episode to speak on it, but when Aiden was like, you know, going through Aiden's funeral of like being sad and mopey and stuff. I mean, they do show that conversation where I'm like, hey, Aiden, I'm generally here if you need me. That was like besides Brian, that was like the first actual like humane conversation I like had in the game, and we were like 15 hours in at that point.
Humane.
So like humane, like no, everything else was like I didn't
fucking
care
animals,
about
bro.
anyone. They were animals to me. I was there to play a game. I was there to use people. I wanted to blindside people.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time in a while, besides Brian, where I was like actually caring about someone's feelings in the game. And then he
Yeah, I
voted
had
me
that
out, so-
effect on people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bro.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I care about you, Jake. I generally do.
It
But
was-
I was there to win.
For me, with like the emotions, like I felt like my emotions were so heightened after being like vulnerable all day long. Like I felt like everything was like 10 times more heightened.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
was
I
locked
agree. I
in.
feel like my
But,
emotions
like-
were very high, especially
I
towards
agree.
the end. I feel like my emotions were like 10 times as high.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
we'll
follow
see more of
Dan
that.
Giesling. I obviously follow Dan Giesling a lot, and I agree with his statement: "Leave your heart at the door, and then pick it up when you leave." That's exactly what I did, as I left my heart at the door. I wanted
Ivy,
to
you're making a
win.
face. What are you doing?
I wanted
I
to
didn't
win.
say anything. I didn't say anything.
I want to kind of dive into like the jury segment just a little bit that we got in this episode. Because there's a few things that happen in this jury segment that I think are really important that are going to go into the finale. But one of them that isn't really necessarily important for the finale, but like is more of like a referencing the previous episode when Aiden had the choice of evicting Jake or Brian. Aiden chose to evict Brian. However, we can see in the jury that people like BMO, Beans, and even Ray had all stated that they would never vote for Brian at all in that game, even if he made it to the final two. So, Aiden, after watching that footage and like seeing that firsthand, like, what do you make of that?
It happens. You know, I wasn't necessarily evicting Brian because of the jury. I was more evicting Brian because I knew he and Ivy were very close together.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
I wasn't really thinking of the jury. Maybe I should have, and maybe I could have recognized that Brian was not a final two jury threat, but I wasn't thinking about that. And it's a game. It happens. I evicted Brian. He's in the jury, so they can all stab him as many times as they. So honestly, I kind of helped the jury. Honestly, I gave them their friggin' enemy, and they can just now do whatever they want to him. They can torture him. They can
Right.
drown him. I don't care.
Damn.
You know? So-
Like that vote for me was kind of just like, oh, whatever, because it was kind of just like a
Yeah.
payback kind of thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Madison. Yeah, you also did vote him out. So, but that was more of like a personal. Oh, I don't know if I should say personal, but that was more of like a you burned me. I have to burn you. I understand that.
Absolutely.
And Aiden,
I never wanted to do that, but
Exactly.
it was kind of like, okay, you voted out Max.
It was
So
game.
well,
yeah, it was more of
Yeah,
like a
Brian's out,
revenge.
here you go. Like, don't fuck with me.
But yeah, so now, so Jake, you're gonna be joining the jury in the next episode. We'll see you back. The next time we see you, we'll be at the round table. And then now we have the final three. The stage is set. It's Aiden, Ivy, and Madison. And we're gonna find out next week who's gonna win the entire season and the grand prize $500. Someone in this call won $500. Someone in this call won $50. And who knows? Maybe one of the.
and Andrew lost $575.
I did.
Jake-
I lost
Jake won
570.
20.
And Jake won
I won
20.
20.
And
Add that to the-
someone might win fan favorite. So, well, someone is gonna win fan favorite. Who
Jake,
knows?
what'd you do with the $20?
Oh,
And
actually,
someone
yeah,
might win
that's
nothing.
Whatever. Like
True.
behind the scenes with my $20, I'd like to publicly announce the next day I spent it on gas. Economy, guys.
There you go.
Like really exciting stuff.
So you hate the
Joe
environment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have done like porn or something.
That's why I evicted you, Jake.
Thank you.
You disgust me.
I love you too.
It's tough.
You disgust me.
Just a lot of positivity happening in here.
I love everyone.
I really do
Thank
care
you,
about
buddy.
everyone. Let me clarify that. I have emotions. Let me clarify.
Well,
that.
yeah, I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get out of you, Aiden. I was trying to let the audience know.
I'm trying
that
to empathize.
yeah.
Listen, okay,
That
let
means,
me
like,
explain
no, I
now.
hate
Let me
everyone.
explain now. I do have emotions, but in the terms of the game, I don't. I
You
want
gotta
to
leave them
win.
at the door.
I leave my emotions. I leave my heart at the door. When I go pick it up, then we can all be friends.
Right.
But in the game, yeah. So I genuinely care about each three of these people, and I consider them friends. So Ivy rolling her eyes, so that makes me feel real good about myself. So let me restate. Jake and Madison are great. I love them both. They're fantastic. Ivy, on the other hand, can fuck off for all I care.
Amen.
Aiden is a good guy. I'm in his org. We're like biffles now, but he's like my arch nemesis in the game. So
yeah. In the story, yeah, me and Madison kind of claimed that we're brother and sister a lot.
Well, yeah, because your sister's name is Madison. That's crazy.
Yeah, you reveal that to the public. Oh my god!
You said it in the episode.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. But yeah.
Hey, Madison, hello.
You do?
Yeah. Add on to the list.
That's crazy.
Add on to the list.
A question I have to ask everybody. I'm interested to see. Did anybody going into the season expect to play that the way that they did?
No.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
I do want to elaborate on that, but if anyone wants to go first.
You go first,
Yeah.
Jake.
So like I said, I really wanted to play like balls to the walls. That was kind of my application. Like I'm the super fan. I don't want to see like a stupid stagnant season of Big Brother. So let me on and like I'll fix that for you. Basically, was my little cocky elevator pitch. So when I got in, I wanted to like make moves right away and stuff. But I played more smart than I thought I was going to. I think I was very good socially, and I saw the dynamics of the house of the girls. So I was like, girls. Half gay, let's make this work. And like kind of wrote that out and kind of waited to do moves till later. And that's something I regret. I wish I showed more personality in the like show. I was so focused on like at that point I was like, okay, I'm here, I have to stay. But like I wish I was able to do more. But like I wanted to go in and play more ballsy, and yeah. So bring me back next time and I will give you everything you're looking for.
Right.
That's a no, but okay.
Oh no, I thought Madison, you were gonna.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Madison,
So,
go ahead.
In a way, I did kind of expect to play the way I did, and in a way I didn't. The way that I did expect to play the game was I didn't think I was going to win much. Because,
Right.
like we all know, like it was my first time playing Minecraft, and like I didn't know like the level of expertise that these people had in Minecraft. So going into this, it's like, yeah, sure, like maybe I'll win a couple of things, like who knows? But like I didn't expect to win a lot. So yeah, in that way, like I feel like my game was like kind of like the way I expected. But in the other way, I did not like kind of like what Jake said. I wanted to have like more personality in the game, but I was so focused on just
Like
getting
survival.
Yeah, it was like survival instincts, like just getting to the next week. And I think my personality and like the way I was like on the show was like so completely different to like how I actually am, because on the show I wanted to play off like this like shy, like, oh, I'm kind of quiet, like timid, like blah blah blah, but like I'm really like a big ass loudmouth. So
The E-Dater. Heather was looking for you the entire season. We found her.
E-Dater.
Gotta play the flirt card. Oh, I'm so shy. I'm so
shy.
petite.
So small and petite.
Yeah, petite. So small and
So
petite.
small and petite.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate that word.
Damn.
Petite.
Petite.
That's tough. I wanted to kind of also ask this question because obviously like almost every single episode's out of the season, so y'all got to sit at home, watch it all unfold again, and relive the experience. Does anybody feel like their edit represented them well?
Yeah, pretty accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I succeed?
You did
Yeah, the
so
base is-
good, Andrew.
I'm an
Andrew, I can
asshole,
give you a
so
gold
yeah.
sticker if you want. I mean, it was interesting to see yourself from like that point of view, like to see everything and be like, okay. I feel like at the beginning I came across like a lot nerdier than like I thought I would, and then like I guess I would be like them. Oh, and petty too. Like I remembered a bunch of stuff. Like I remember Liz, and I mentioned this a few times. I remember like Liz voted me like least trusting, so I was like, I'm gonna vote her ass out when I get the chance,
Right.
and then I ultimately do. And there's a few other examples of that I can't think of right now, but like qualities like that I don't usually like see myself in, and then I was able to see that displayed. So that was interesting. But yeah, I think I got a good edit. I was like, Andrew.
Yeah, man.
Good edit. Andrew, I love virtual clout and like attention and stuff. So it's like, I get a good edit.
That's
I got a prominent
crazy.
edit on this season. I was about to kiss this one
I
again.
feel
I'll
so
save it for-
violated right now.
I'll save it for after this.
Look at
recording.
Aiden, bro.
Aiden, you want one too?
Look at fucking Ivy. Bro. Damn. Oh.
So bring me back for Ulsters to.
Damn, that was not on my. I did not expect.
Brad is the one we banned.
Holy shit! Oh, hopefully he comes back for the reunion, guys. I'm really betting on Brad coming back for the reunion. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. Like I don't think I have much to really say or add. I think y'all are really in store for the craziest finale of my entire series. I think the finale really encompasses the entire series as a whole, and it's everything you guys are gonna want. And that's it. I really think that you all are gonna enjoy it. I hope you all really are living in the moment and appreciating this season, because I'm not so sure if we'll get a season that'll top this one ever again. So I hope you all enjoyed this season while it came out, and lived through every episode roll out while it happened. But yeah, does anybody have any final words before we sign off this podcast?
I can't wait to win.
Me too.
Jake just sent me a dick pic.
Damn.
Do you want one too? Like, what's the qualifications?
Please no.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna end it off with a big smooch.
Okay.
Ivy and I are gonna be blood sisters.
We're gonna be scissoring.
Oh, that's what that's from. That's what
Andrew,
that.
you idiot. Yeah, what
Ivy
did you
messaged me.
I didn't understand it
I
until.
had scissors right now, and I was like, "Wait, let me get mine." And that's what she was looking for.
Bro, oh my god. All right. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this podcast. The next podcast is gonna be the big one. We're gonna try to attempt to get the entire cast onto a Discord call and relive the season 1 minute at a time. So, I hope you all are ready for that. So yes, the finale, September 16th, 2023, 5 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. Guys, it's gonna be a good one. Please check it out. All right. If you all want to leave a question or a comment for the whole cast, or anybody on the cast, leave it in this comment section on the YouTube video below, and we'll try to answer it on the next podcast. Yeah. I appreciate the final four for you coming out to this podcast today.
Yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do. That's right.
Mystery Inc.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.